everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen. It will never happen. We cannot have a meltdown.
Well, they got me madder than I've ever fucking been. I'm officially going to declare war on alternative media today. I'm officially declaring war on all softball so-called anti-nuclear activists. The club, I'm fucking kicking the fucking club down. This is fucking how they play you. This is exactly how they play you. I'm so fucking pissed off. Look, and it's our so-called own group that is fucking supposedly alternative, anti-nuclear. You know, that work that Cape Cod has done up there, they look at the propaganda they feed into. Do you realize Cape Cod downwinders, oh, they're going to get an ear from me, put out a freaking blog today saying that 3 Mile Island killed no one. I want very much to understand, Fukushima Diary put out a freaking thing today that the first case being known, admitted, diagnosed of cancer. This is how they play you. When we know it was widely reported, there are thousands of the Fukushima workers dead. They just feed you because I'll tell you what, here's exactly why. They got blogs and vlogs. They think their little teeny chump change, they're getting off their AdSense accounts. They're bowing to advertisers and fear porn, just the way mainstream media. Alternative media is worse than mainstream media. The anti-nuclear establishment not only does not take any of the nuclear down, it protects the nuclear industry. They know it. They play them like a fucking fiddle. They're so easy to play. First off, 3 Mile Island. By the way, anybody who claims they were within 1 or 2 miles in the exclusion zone right there and who talks about 3 Mile Island is a fucking liar. And I'll tell you how they're a fucking liar. One, there was a fucking settlement. You, the taxpayer, they're right. That's right, because you can't sue them. Anybody that lived in a 3 mile, 2 mile, 5 mile radius, 10 mile radius, it was negotiated, from 3 Mile Island got a check. They got a check between $1 million and $2 million. On the agreement of the check, you cannot talk. Everybody took the fucking money. Everybody took the money. 2, Cape Cod downwinder says nobody died from fucking 3 Mile Island. Oh, a little bit of thyroid cancer. In fact, hundreds of thousands have died from 3 Mile Island. Well documented. Janice Sherman's work documents it beautifully, the doc. Her and Joe, they're softballers. I mean, they get on TV and They're pathetic, actually, when they get on. They're on Skype camera or whatever. Oh, hi. Let's go now let's get a Skype or RT. Let's Skype Chris Busby. Well, Pacific Ocean's a big place. It'll dilute. Oh, my God. Well, we know anti-nuclearism 101. Well, any nuclear 101. It doesn't dilute. These people are pathetic. Arnie Gundershoe? Are you fucking... Chris, how about Helen Caldecott? Tells everybody at her symposium she can't, don't use the F word, Fukushima, because it scares her investors. That's what she said. So she's their leader. It's fucking outrageous. So I just did a video. Wait till you see this video, and you cannot make this shit up. I protest college athletics. You cannot make this up. It just shows the lights beaming inside of me. So I protest Michigan, Utah. At the Michigan, Utah, my king that I protest is Harbaugh. It's not his fault. It's the taxpayer. It's popular opinion in Michigan. He's a state employee, the highest paid state employee in the history of the state of Michigan by many, many thousands of times, hundreds of times. Same here in Utah, all of them. He makes $5 million a year. Part of the deal he negotiated that he got a Learjet. You saw the play Saturday. Everybody saw the play. The craziest play in college sport history by many times. I mean, it ranks right there with by the way, I was at Berkeley when the fucking band play was going there. I wasn't at the game, but I sure the fuck was on the campus when the band fucking gig went down. You cannot make this shit up. So, I'm like, the fucking punter, I mean, did he throw the game? Look, they're college fucking athletics. So, I know the punter. You cannot make this up. My buddy calls me and he says, you see who the punter is? I said, no, I didn't even really pay attention. Who's punt for him? Weber State. He says, it's that O'Brien kid. The most corrupt football program in the history of the fucking, one of the most, Weber. Our worst football program in 5 years. I had to vote in the fucking 90s to get rid of it, but they bleed money, corrupt, lose every fucking game. One of the professors got busted last year for taking tests for all the players. She was an old 50-year-old wreck of a woman. She should be in jail, but they don't. They cover for them. The students tell me she was trading sex for the tests, but passing these tests. So the NCAA steps in. I mean, they won 4 games in 5 years. They're pretty good this year, and the students pay for it all at Michigan, and the NCAA is a club of billionaires. The kid kicked at Weber State last year. I said, no, that's not that O'Brien kid. That kid from Australia, I used to talk to him. Yeah, that's him. I said, oh, bullshit. Bullshit. And he said, no, I'm fucking telling you, Kevin. And here I'm protesting at the Michigan fucking Utah game talking about my college. You cannot make this fucking shit up. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. So this is how fucked up the Internet is. The fear porn, the so-called alternative media. I want you to really hear me out on this. I come to the conclusion alternative media is worse than mainstream media. That's saying a lot. That's like saying, who's worse than Genghis Khan? I don't know. Maybe Hitler? I don't know. Whatever. Well, Hitler was a puppet. We all know that. And his handlers. But maybe Dick Cheney? That mass murder and fuck? Yeah. So think about this. Okay. So, and here we go again. I want to show you, listen to me, how important traveling is in my activism. When I go to Austria, I got to stand on the balcony that Hitler declared Austria his. I do that incredible video that Pravad shot. He's holding the camera with Roadside Picnic, that great activist that young man is, and with the rainbow goes right up over. That's exactly right where Hitler stood. You can't make... That's the statue of Maria Theresa, Marie Antoinette's mama, right in the background. You cannot make this shit up. So, Pravad, who's a brilliant actor, he's a professor in Vienna. That's who I stayed with. He made Nuclear Lies. Incredible documentary, by the way. He's an incredible activist from India who used to work inside the UN at the IAEA. Amazing dude. By the way, that's who took the photograph of me and Frieda Eisenbauer at Frieda Eisenbauer's house. Amazing. Those Austrians are I'm telling you, the greatest anti-nuclears in the world are in Austria, bar none. So he tells me, Kevin, do you know Cynthia McKinney? And I said, of course. I know about her. I know who she is. I don't know her. He says, well, I do. I've become friends with her, and I'm talking back and forth with her. Really? I says, she's fantastic. I says, is she going to take on the Fukushima? How come she hasn't taken on? He says, no, I'm talking to her about it. Anything you want to tell her? And I says, yeah. Tell her the top of the heap is Fukushima. And so, boom, she comes out. You seen what she says? She did a piece. So we've got our first one. She's important in this cause, by the way. She's very important. So it just shows you how grassroots activism works. She says, how are these people ignoring the elephant in the room? That's her who says this 2 days ago. So it's a big deal. She says, you're ignoring Fukushima in the ocean? She's brilliant. You remember taking on Dick Cheney and the rats? So, it just goes to show you, this is a small, teeny community that matters. But if you look, I'm here to tell you, Cape Cod Downwinders really pissed me off because I praised them about the work on, and rightfully so, I praised them on their work on Pilgrim shut down. But here's what they do. They got fool themselves and jump into something they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. When they say it's killed, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I want people to fucking say this, to go on, and they're just feeding this now. So they're playing these dumb fuckers who fucking think they're going to be on the winning team. They think they're going to be the next Alan Caldecott. I got fucking news for you fuckers. The data does exist. It's blatant. It's right out there. The fucking 40,000 United States Marines, my father one of them, the 60,000 Army personnel that was support crews they put in Nevada Test Site and Human Laboratory, they kept incredible, some of the best data in the history of mankind has been kept on. We have it. It's all over out there. I've posted it multiple times. It's on my website, whatever. It's probably the best nuclear study in the history of mankind. It proves, unarguably, this is the Department of Energy, Cal Berkeley's work. It proves unarguably. Why do you think they spent so much money fighting their own data? We had to sue Freedom. My uncle, who was at the Pentagon at the fucking time, he's the guy that got it fucking released. He's still alive, by the way. The retired fucking general, the number 2 shooter fucking thing. Wow. He and I suing those fuckers in the fucking quarterback in the 80s and 90s. That data fucking shows they all died of leukemia. Started getting leukemia, fucking a lot of them within fucking 2 years. A lot of them 30, 40 years later. Most of them. But they all died in the primes of their fucking lives. Most of them died in their 50s and 60s. Oh, the AML. Just mowed them down, killed them. It's fucking right there. Now we know for a fact their children are getting it. So here we are. This is the ignorance of the fucking, and by the way, fuck the fucking so-called clubs. I'm sick of these fuckers. I'm in Helen Caldecott Symposium, fucking some of the worst torture I had in fucking days in my life. Sitting through there, listening to these fuckers just fucking kumbaya, try to get in the fucking club. Now, there were people that fucking broke ranks. It was incredible. Dr. Scheer went on one of the greatest lectures I've ever seen in my fucking life. Him and Gustafson going back and forth in beautiful fucking argument and fight. By the way, I got news for you, Gustafson, and I'm a fan of his. He does great work on Livermore. But I got news for you. Fucking Robert Scheer kicked your fucking ass. Oh boy, did he kick your ass. I want to talk to walking fucking brilliant genius. There should be movies about that fucking guy. Gotta meet Perry, the original Aaron Swartz, the original Michael Hastings. They didn't kill him. He was doing fucking this. The last of the great embarrassment. Got to meet him. Got to get pictures with him. I've always known about him. I've seen him around. I've listened to him, but I've never got to freaking shake his hand. I got to shake his hand. A living fucking legend that nobody even knows who he is. I got to sit with Noam. I put my arms around Noam. I kissed him on the cheek. He was so good to me. And I'd really learned my lesson about Noam. I would have never known it if I wouldn't have traveled there. Because he gave that gig at Florida, pissed me off, where he said, all academia report it. But, that's him trying to get his honorary degrees. And I understand that. But I got to tell you, he's very old now. He sat there through the whole symposium both days. From the first speaker to the last, every bit of it. So did I. So did our whole group. Helen didn't, or her own symposium. So Maui, who's Helen's, Maui runs her show. And so Maui knows me. And so I'm like, yeah, you blackballed me from the symposium again. Everybody's been on him. Of course she blackballs me. Helen fucking and I go way back. I mean, Helen's so fucking phony, it's unbelievable. Go sell some more books. And I like her books. And don't get me wrong. I mean, the book she's doing right now, I'm all for her. Why do, men slaughter people? Why do women let them? I mean, that's brilliant work. And she's done brilliant work, but that's my point. I mean, she's a genius. She's a doctor. She's done incredible fucking work. But when it comes right down to the nitty-gritty, Fukushima, if you're anti-nuclear and you're not screaming your head off Fukushima, you're a fucking fool. Because they want to be on the winning team, and they know that. The other side postures and grooms that fucking plays you. So here, Holly from the University of Washington gets up there, and she's done incredible work on the Marshallese. Now, we know the Marshallese are still being unilateral, and that's another story. America has no fucking clue. They slaughter those people. The Marshallese, all the fucking, Pacific are they're states. They're the same as a state. They can be drafted, they can serve, they can vote, they can do everything, but they can't get any benefits. They just rob them and they abuse them. They can't get any health care. They just slaughter them. They're human lab rats, and they have been forever. She's done brilliant work on it. But she tells me, she gets up and speaks. She's the first speaker on day 2. She gets up and says, well, the reason people don't freaking get involved in this, whatever, because it's not right in their face, it's not happening in the United States. It's happening there, and I'm fucking pissed. Now, this is a PhD, fucking brilliant fucking lecture, but she doesn't get it because they're so focused and they bought into the Kool-Aid. This fucking club, this fucking shit they've been fed for 40 fucking years. So I write the question, Mally, that's my bone they throw me. Oh, well, yeah, you can't speak with blah, blah, blah. I'll read your first question, Kev. Fuck. So they read the question, and I ask her, okay, it's not in our face. What about the children of the atomic veterans? It's been well documented. There's 100,000 fucking atomic veterans. 40,000 human Marines right at the blast fucking are all dead. Leonard Byrd was the last of the Mohicans. By the way, another Weber State professor, I've talked to her, she's right on the campus. I'm like, you insisted on that book, you won't fucking say it. I mean, because they're in the club. They just go to another fucking symposium. Fucking rats. Fucking rats. So, and the 60,000 Army support personnel all got leukemia. Well, now their children are getting it. There's 300,000 children of the atomic veterans that are mutated and fucked up. They're fucking male-female twins like I was, autistic like I fucking, asthma, all these things. All of their children went through this because we know it. It's well documented. Now they're getting in their 40s and 50s. They're getting cancer. And I'm the only guy talking about it. I'm like, what do you mean it's not in there? It's right here in your fucking face. I talked to her after. And they Kevin Blanch is radical. They moodily pull back because it breaks down their fucking dogma. It breaks down their club. It breaks down everything that's what's going on right now. So today, Fukushima Diary, by the way, he's a fraud, that little fucker. He's lived all over. He lives in New York, he lives whatever. He's scared of his own fucking shadow. And he reported, the first fucking case of their admitting caused by cancer. Such a fucking blatant fucking lie. TEPCO, it's American propaganda media that admits it. TEPCO's admitted. TEPCO's admitted many times. It wasn't TEPCO who come out and said the head of the Fukushima 50 when he died of esophagus cancer in fucking 2013, which I'm the one that reported that to the world long before anybody even knew he was going to die because I got an email from his mom. And she told me. I got emails from inside Japan saying, look, he's going to die. I did a video, he's going to die. And he died. TEPCO never said he didn't fucking die from exposure to radiation. That was American NBC fucking nuclear fucking General Electric nuclear reactor media that spun that. TEPCO said he died from it. Japan said he died from it. So you guys are falling into their fucking trap. As I've said it. Now, you hear me out on this. All you YouTube bloggers and how they've played you. And how you've ruined the greatest genre in the fucking hit. You got an AdSense account. You know the fear porn sale. So does mainstream media. Mainstream media knows that nobody's watching them anymore, and the only people they fucking watch is fear porn. So they hammer away for it because they're bound to advertisers. Who are the advertisers? The very fucking people you're against. The people you go, Alex Jones is going against these fucking people. All these bloggers and bloggers going against these people when they're feeding right into these people. The people that are selling the guns, the people that are selling the bullets, the people who are selling the silver, the people that are selling the freaking gold, the fear fucking economy. They're the very same people you're supposed to be against. They're the very same people that are leading mainstream with your golden handcuffs, and they ain't even golden. So what is alternative media? It's not their thesis. You know, their fear. Well, it is their thesis now when they come out with shit like this. What is their answer, Ben? Now, you honestly, for the last fucking, post fucking 9/11, what is their answer? Guns, gold, silver. Guns, gold, silver. Fake Christianity. Spinning it. Jesus died so you could be rich. The evangelical church here, a great big banner right here. I'm sitting by it. We support our president and our troops. In the name of Jesus, I got news for you. Jesus was a tree hugger. Jesus was a raving, freaking crazy, freaking radical, freaking lefty. Let's see. Threw the money changers out of the temple, no usury. Feed the hungry. Heal the afflicted. Oh, that's socialist. It's amazing. It's like when you say Obama's a socialist. He's a socialist. I'm an astronaut. He's a globalist. One of the greatest globalists in history. What has he ever done for the African? And that's one thing Murdoch said, right? So the average price, you sold all your Dow stocks. Alternative media had you selling all your stocks. And I have the data because I have State Street's data. Average is 7,500. What's Dow? 16,000. And it doesn't matter where we go from here because I told you this summer to get out at 18,000. But I've been pro it. Stand. Why? Because your money matters. You're going to need it for your cancer treatment. So you averaged in at silver at 38. I stood on the streets of Manhattan. I told Max Kaiser to his face. He knows it. Your darling of alternative media, which he's a brilliant guy. And Stacy's really brilliant. Their thesis is incredible. Their answer's pathetic. He bet me. He's got coins, remember? I mean, he was all propagating his Bitcoin bullshit and his fucking, Bitcoin ain't nothing new. They fucking tried this shit for fucking years, this fucking paperless fucking, currency. Cyber currencies have been fucking tried for years. Again, you're falling right into what they want. Past Denmark. That fight that's going on there. I was there. They're not about to fucking go for it. It's just propaganda shoved down your throat. By the way, none of the countries in Europe are on the euro. So he stands right there and he flips the fucking coin. He has coins with his face on it. He should have a jackass on the other one. I fucking bet him $10,000 the silver was going down. He bet that it was going up. He bet me that it would go over. He bet me it was going to 200. I says, well, pick a number. I'm picking 20. He picks 100. He'll try to tell you 50, but it never went over 50 anyway. This one was 38. This isn't very long ago. And we bet $10,000. He won't pay. What is it, 13? So then gold, 1,900. And I'm all for owning some silver and gold. I think it's important in a diversified portfolio. I think it's important, absolutely. A well-diversified thing, but all in, they're slaughtering you. Guns, you see what the bullets cost? And I want you to know the one common denominator with all these fucking cops kicked down and these fucking murderers, where's the gun? And the reason is when the call comes in, does he have a gun? Yeah. Is there a gun in the house? Yeah. Then they come with the fucking SWAT team because they fucking are watching so many cowboy shows and so many cop shows. They get geeked up. They're overcompensation. Because they're a gang. Now there's individual cops that are great. I think more and more cops are fucking jumping out of the game. It's very simple equation. It's a game. So what's the media turned into? The ultimate gang. Alternatives, they know it's wrong. But they want to belong so they can make some money. They think they're going to be the next fucking media suit. They think they're going to be the next Alex. Good luck. You do know he had CIA roots. They're going to be the next Lisa Ling. By the way, I know Lisa. CIA roots. You're going to be the next Anderson fucking Cooper. Anderson CIA. Now, hear me out. Lisa Ling and Anderson Vanderbilt were on the high school. These were high school kids, junior high kids. You remember in the 90s, in the early 90s and the 80s, the propaganda CIA created this high school media network, which we know for a fact was a CIA gig. It was a fucking NSA fucking gig, government fucking funded, government backed. They had two young teenage reporters. Lisa Ling and Anderson Vanderbilt Cooper. Both bloodline connected to fucking the CIA, NSA. Look who their parents are. You think it's a coincidence her twin sister got captured inside fucking North Korea, and that whole gig, getting her out, Al Gore, the whole gig. You think she was really just roaming around the border, doing a fucking piece on the slave trader? Just like all the fucking early ones inside Afghanistan and Iraq. You know, what was his name? Byrd was the first one. Remember his head? Now we know for a fact. CIA. They were all CIA. Playing both sides of the fence? Yep. I mean, how nice is they made up ISIS. So it's amazing to me. So you want to be one of them? Well, I got news for you. They're not going to let you be one of them. But they're going to play you. So you go along with this club. So you go along with this fucking kumbaya, and if anybody doesn't think that the anti-nuclear act movement since the 1980s got the fuck beat out of us, you're a fool. When in 1982, 83, 84, 85% of the United States was anti-nuclear or anything. Now I can get into how getting rid of tariffs did all this, and you can't follow because you've got to. I mean, there's no dynamics in the alternative media. There's no dynamics in people's brains anymore. You know, they have to see bullet hits person in face bullet, fucking blood spews. They can't fucking wrap their mind around the dynamic that nuclear fallout kills your layers and it's invisible. Because they're all the way back. They're fucking telling you the Earth's fucking flat. These people are that fucking insane. They're going all the way back to the cave. You know, Weisserman and the doctor in Vienna. All roads to Vienna. Amazing how connected this is. So, decades ahead of Louis Pasteur, you know, Madame Curie and Balco. I mean, here we are having the same old Madame Curie fucking argument. You know, she was a fucking radiation denier. She was a cancer denier. Oh, it fucking killed her, of course. Madam, who goes by Madam? Really? Don't you love how those fuckers have to fucking take everything? I mean, the French and the English are fucking sick. Always have been. You know, what the fuck is up with their fucking nuclear? And I mean, they got to take credit for everything. They just lie. You know, Busby works for the fucking house. I mean, it's that simple. I can prove to you over and over that fucking Gundershield does. I can prove it. You know, these fucking people. What the fuck is the matter with you people? Honestly, you're gonna go along with this fucking club. So they put up a propaganda piece. First guy gets fucking cancer out of 4,400 workers. When we know there's well over 30,000 workers. I have photographs of them going on the backside. Underneath, they go in 13 miles on the backside. I've seen the fucking ghost train. I've seen bootleg fucking videos that can't go on the internet. I've fucking seen it because I travel and I do the fucking work and I talk to grassroots. There's plenty of activists out there you won't even ever know who they are because they're that underground. There's an underground community out there. They know they cannot go on the internet. They know they can't do anything. Not that they'll Iron Swartz them, but they will Iron Swartz them. I saw stuff that'll blow your fucking mind. I fear no evil. Somebody says, well, they're going to kill you, Kevin. They're already killing me. They're killing all of us. I refuse to live my life in fear. So be it. I'm not going to live in fear. So they put out this when we know thousands have died. I mean, July of 2013, widely reported, widely ahead of the Fukushima 50 died of esophagus cancer. Many of his colleagues have died. TEPCO never said it wasn't. That was the fucking propaganda machine fed by Abe. Abe's a fucking nuclear puppet of the United States, not my fucking words. The ex-prime minister of Japan's words. Right to my face, because I travel. I do the work. Right to my face. Well, how can you be pro-anti-nuclear now? Remember, he was touring the country with, and I'll put this in lots of books. I'm putting in books every day on YouTube. He was touring with Gregory Jackal. Gregory Jackal resigned. I know what happened inside the Situation Room. He fucking was overrun. He's a gas. He's pissed. So him, the ex-prime minister of Japan, and the Harvard planner, who I know, he was at the hearing 212. We talked. In San Clemente, he lives there. Those three get together and they're out on the tour. Remember, they're touring the country anti-nuclear. Well, you don't hear them anymore because they got a visit. And they were told. Gregor Jackal was told, we will Aaron Swartz you. Does that mean killing? No, that means we'll put you in prison for 35 fucking years so you kill yourself. Would I be young, 25 years old, and go to prison for 35 years for doing nothing in their hand? I don't know. That's a tough fucking choice, ain't it? I mean, death's probably better than that. Take my chance with the hereafter. Oh, my God. Very fucking scary. Very fucking sickening what they're doing. So, he tells me to my face, the United States CIA made me do it. The United States government made me do it. They'll tell you that. You know, I wrote the question for Kylie. Kylie Fitzwater, that great grassroots activist that she is in Australia. She gets right up there. You know, and I want people to very much understand that this softball activist group that's been created out of Fukushima, you want to go at me and you want to pull back? I don't give a fuck. I've been down this road before. I've been in this gig for a long fucking time. I know this is one nasty, brutal fucking war. You cannot softball it. You can't fight it with a gun. You can't fight it with violence, but you have to fight intensely, articulate, and hardcore, and you have to go toe-to-toe. You have to fight this fucking bully. You have to get in the fucking ring and actually fight the bully. You can't fucking backdoor. You can't run to teacher, Helen. You can't run to fucking, the principal, fucking all these fuckers that close the doors. You can't do it. You got to actually, on your own, get in the ring and fight this motherfucker. Which you're not going to sit and do it in a fucking Skype camera. You actually, and there's grassrooters out there. I know Mimi was in fucking Hamper recently. I know people that you can fucking, your part-time bullshit, you fucking come by, yeah, fuck that. I'm all for fucking part-time activism. I'm all for keyboard activism. If it's fucking doing what it needs to do. But not when you fucking regurgitate the fucking talking point they put out. That's what they want you to do. For your AdSense account. Look, this is going to be a long video. You're not going to be contemporary. You're not going to be popular. Was it Golden My Ear who said it? Change always comes from a teeny tiny few. That's what it's always been. Oh, you think Paul Revere and fucking Sam Adams were popular? Fuck, please. I mean, they fucking teeny. They start flames. They rub sticks. I mean, to be contemporized, so what? You get a little AdSense check? Fuck, down there in California, Dana, who's a brilliant fucking vlogger and blogger, one of the best in the early days. She maps all California. She's the one that built my map together so I could go on my walk up to one, so I knew where to stay. And I knew how many miles I could clip off a day. And she broke it down for me. This is what they've done. This is what Google's done to you. It's called, I call it the golden handcuffs. So they throw an AdSense account at you, and they fucking make CNN report, all these guys are getting rich. When they were in the early days, there was guys making some early money, but then they changed their fucking plan because there's no competition. And if you think Facebook was competition, fucking, you ask Robert Scheer. We know the fucking Facebook CEO, Sheila, she's planned. They're NSA, CIA plans. If you don't believe me, ask Brendan Stern. Larry Page, he's pulling back at Google because they know that. Barack Obama went to Harvard on Friday the 13th in February. Look it up. You just make it up. You just hear what you want to hear because you won't think you're going to make some money. The money's not the answer. I'm here to tell you. Being in this club and getting a little check's not your answer. I understand everybody needs a little bit of fucking money, needs some money here and there. Find another way. I rely on fucking grassrooters fucking donating money. Without me, I can't travel and do this. So I don't know anything. But, what? We have a good group. I just do it. So, to be popular is fear porn. These guys come out. These fear porners are fucking, half these fear porners are on YouTube. I started. In the early days of my YouTube thing, they were watching me on Fukushima. Fuck, I watch them. I can name them off. I can name them all off. They started out by watching my videos. They want to imitate my style. Good luck. So I got to fucking tell you, I'm an artist. Forget it. You ain't never getting there. Misunderstood what fucking artist ever wasn't. So, they throw a bone at you. You're making some fucking money, but what does Google do? They lower your AdSense revenue every single quarter to where you're not making shit. So you try to fucking get more volume. So how do you get more volume? By being popular in this popularized fucking sickening, disgusting culture that we live in. This has happened before. It's happened, I can name off several times it's happened. 1830s. Happened worldwide just like it is now. 17 fucking 30s it happened. Leading up to the revolution. It became very popular and contemporized to worship royals all over Europe. It became very popular to fucking call people that were telling the truth blasphemy and ungodlike. And that fucking germs flying into England was fucking like radiation flying through the earth, and that was blasphemy, sorcery, fucking paganism, fucking spinnery, witchery. You're talking fucking anti-religious shit. That's what they've done this time. He comes out and says those little germs are flying through the fucking air. He's a doctor in Vienna, born and raised in Budapest. All roads lead to Vienna. He's saying, well, not only does he fucking not do it, he's a professor. He's a fucking doctor. They strip away his medical degrees. They strip away his fucking degrees, which they've done to me. I'll write a book about it. Oh, am I going to get these fuckers? Have the first MBA from the history, the number one fucking MBA pro. That first one. They strip away because Dr. Cooley fucking died. And they're trying to spin in. Oh, boy, am I going to get these motherfuckers. Watch me. Oh, am I going to get them? They don't know what they've run up against because the pen is mightier than the sword. And I got them. Oh, I got them by the fucking balls. I'm going to get them. I'm an AML leukemia survivor. Don't fucking, watch me go. You know, once I start kicking my books out, watch. Fucking changing the world, watch. David reached into the bag and he pulled out the stone. These fuckers sow the germs. Not only does he prove it with a big study, they still won't believe him. Just like now, truth means nothing to anybody because they're a gang. You know what's wrong? You just want to belong. You think money's going to fucking make you popular and you're going to win this fucking sick fucking game? No, you're not. You're going to lose. So, he becomes radical. He becomes strange as hell, going crazy. I mean, literally. He stands in front of the fucking parliament, which I've stood there, that beautiful fucking building in Austria. And he just goes crazy, right where I did some of my videos. He's screaming and fucking yelling, going fucking nuts. Because they won't listen to him. He proves that you're talking 80% mortality. He flipped the field. They're like, you're crazy. And no, what do you mean I'm crazy? I proved it. Here's all the data right there. I'm a doctor. I proved it within the fucking Vienna hospital. I proved it. For years, I proved it with a big study. Proof. That's all right there. Still, they don't care about the fucking truth. They throw him in the insane asylum. Kill him. He's dead 14 days later. Aaron Schwartzstein. 30, 40, 50 years later, they come out, oh, boom, he's right. That's exactly what's going on. Harriet Beecher Stowe. One of the fucking daughters of one of the richest fucking oligarchs in the world. They're going to call it the fucking Civil War in fucking Europe. They call it the Textile War, the Cotton War. You know, and we know who was funding the South. The plantation owners. Plantation owners were being funded because they're globalist. Because there was so much fucking money. So many of those English fucking royals owned the plantations. So she didn't fucking break ranks through the pen. The pen is mightier than the sword. My videos are literature. I'm fucking changing culture. You just don't know I am. So she's like, Dad, what are you talking about? Because they were all doing this in the name of Jesus, the tree hugger, the socialist, in the name of Jesus. It doesn't matter if you think he's the Son of God or if he's not the Son of God. Or he came from a virgin. By the way, the Mormons do not believe he came from a virgin. They don't believe. How do they call themselves Christians? They're pagans. They're Masonics. Well, not even that. The Masonics wouldn't claim them. They stole everything. You know, their temple rituals are purely 100% Masonic temple rituals. They mirror each other to a T. Stole. They don't believe he's the Son of God. They believe he became a God. They believe they believe in the same thing as a lot of Joseph Smith, our Muslims, brothers and sisters. A lot of these theologies have come from there. They believe in the same thing. You know, women no voice, burqas, they did that here in Utah for years and years and years and years. They still do. Excommunicated all these women, they still do it. They're still anti-woman as it gets. I mean, you just don't see, because the media spins and the fear porn spins because they think they're on the winning team making a little bit of fucking money. It's unbelievable what you're doing. I can't believe I've declared war officially on alternative media today. I'm pissed. These people were supposed to be on our team, on our site. Look what you're doing. First, they put this bleep out in your grid. Hey, calm down, Winters. Really? You should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. 3 Mile Island, all it did was give a few fucking people thyroid cancer. 3 Mile Island killed fucking hundreds of thousands of fucking people. Well documented. Fucking unarguable science. And that genocide killed fucking millions, if not billions of fucking people. Hundreds of millions of people. Well documented. Unarguable. Chernobyl has killed over 40 million people, and I can prove it. Well over 40 million. It's unarguable. Unfucking arguable. Germany knows it. Austria knows it. Freedom Eisenbauer knows it. They know it, the greatest activists in the world. Oh, they know it. But no, we are controlled by fucking mainstream media here. Now we're controlled by alternative media. Buy your gun, buy your gold, buy your guns, which costs you so much fucking, what are you going to do with the fucking gun? You can't use a gun. Hello. I cannot overstate this. I'm all about all the amendments. I don't give a fuck you own guns or not. I don't give a fuck. My point is just like Harry Beecher Stowe, the hypocrisy of all this. How can you sell... Look, Joe Osteen made $33 million last year. He's a nonprofit. The NFL, fucking nonprofit. College athletics. Are you kidding me? This is a group of oligarchs that owns the NCAA. They're slaves. None of the money goes back to the school. You wear your Bangladesh gear, fucking mate. What do you think they change the helmets, the colors of the fucking uniforms every single week? So you got to go buy more fucking merchandise there. It's a fucking... They made $9 billion. $9 billion just the NCAA and college basketball alone last year. Look, they have slaves. Their product is slaves. I mean, it's outrageous. The schools don't get any back, and then you brand yourself. Utah Utes? What? And then the Native Americans have fallen into it. The Utes come out and say, oh, you don't need to change the logo. Why? Because, look, the top of the Native American freaking culture, David Suzuki, I can prove it. That creep. Think what he did. That's how he got all his money through the fucking... I mean, they're robbing their own people. They've all fallen in. This is fucking disgusting. This is the globalist one, just like it was in fucking 1830. So Harry Beecher Stowe tells his daddy, what are you talking about? In the name of Jesus. You're enslaving? You're taking babies out of their mama's arms? In the name of Christ, you're putting on wigs? You're showing up Jesus. Had long hair, wouldn't cut his hair. They put him on cars. He threw the money changers out of the temple. He was anti-freaking slavery. What are you talking about? It had nothing to do with black-white. Nothing. It's just like now, just like me. It has nothing to do with all this. All the, what, your dogma or whatever yours is. I'm not pro-gun, anti-gun. I'm not none of that. I'm about the hypocrisy. I never challenge the Mormon theology. I never challenge any of these. You know, that's what you are. Your religion's your religion. I'm challenging the hypocrisy of it. You're fucking phonies. You're frauds. You're fucking liars. You say you're one because you're a gang. This is a fucking gang. The ultimate mass murder gang. And they've recruited you new gang members called alternative media. Through the golden handcuffs. It's unbelievable. You guys are going along with this. Are you kidding? Fukushima's probably killed, well, I'm working on proving this, and I will prove it. I estimate Fukushima's killed over 2 million people already in North America. And I can prove this. Longevity started to go up. Cancer rates have fucking dramatically started increasing in fucking 2011. Death via cancer fucking started increasing in 2012. Harder, faster, more acute. You don't think my PhD, and this is the greatest PhD ever done, fucking my work, let's see, on location? Think about on location. In a bone marrow transplant. What? You were in a bone? Given too much to live with AML leukemia? Inside the greatest bone marrow transplant unit in the fucking world? For 1,240 days? All over in the fucking streets, all over the fucking world? While in critical condition? Talking to people, having conversations with fucking people, intimately, personally? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did that. Really? Yeah. And you fuckers all know I did it. But you're fucking... he's not on the winning team. He fucking doesn't realize these guys are still fucking chasing money. Huh. Doesn't fucking matter. Popularism. Popism is fucking dead. Post-ignorance. You just ain't seen it yet. It's already happened. It's called cancer. The fucking place is being contaminated to the 10th fucking power. The greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. Not going to fucking kill the ocean. It's already fucking killed most of the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean's in dire straits. Will she survive? Oh yeah, she's gonna fucking survive. She's gonna fight back. But you're not. That's my point. Are our offspring gonna survive? Let's hope. But we're not. The vast majority of us are gonna get cancer and we're gonna die young. We're gonna die before our time. Because of Fukushima. It's hammers. Even the very people. I mean, it's outrageous how you're trying to fucking create this club when this club has been a failure. It's like the 0% industry. Giant failure. That's my term, science fiction economics. The globalists fucking get rid of tariffs, fucking anti-protectionism, fucking for globalists, we're going to send our fucking goods abroad. We've been doing that since the fucking 90s. Early 90s. The second greatest failure in human history. Failure. You seen the debt? You seen the participation rate? You seen what's happened to society post fucking Bill Walmart Clinton signing NAFTA? Failure. That's no commentary. That's a documentary. Unarguable documentary. You seen the trade deficit? You're going to block us up from world markets? The only thing we export is fucking cancer and bombs. What's been the greatest failed experiment in human history? Nuclearism. We went all in post-war. Nuclear energy. It's like, for instance, plowshares. Megan Rice and their people are mad at me. I don't care. Because they've taken the fucking mantra that nuclear energy is okay, but nuclear bombs are bad. Helen Caldecott, ICANN, fucking so many of these. When they're the exact identical same fucking thing. They're the same thing. There's no fucking difference between the two. It's a grotesque, evil cash cow. So it gets reported yesterday, which is a major story. I did the video, yes, a major fucking story. Even here in fucking Kool-Aid drinking fucking Utah, Deseret News, the Mormon mouthpiece. Lord Monson, the president of the Mormon Church, ran Deseret News for all those years. They should be ashamed of themselves. They know it. I'm in their ear. I was on their advisory story committee for a long time. They know it. They fucking know it. But I don't fit into their club. I've never challenged this theology. I don't challenge any religious theology, ever. Not Christian, not Judaism. That's a personal thing that's very personal to people. And they have that right. It's called the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. They have that right. What I challenge is hypocrisy. How can you say fucking that you're fucking all about Jesus when you're mass murdering our brothers and sisters in the Middle East who never did anything to you? That's the exactly opposite. Harry Beecher Stowe says, so she writes Uncle Tom's Cabin. And anybody who's never read it, you can watch it online. The movie's very well done. Like East of Eden. You can watch it online. You know who plays, the one twin boy in East of Eden? Yeah, that's James Dean. Wow. Brilliant. You can watch it online. What a story, huh? Barack Obama, he's not Uncle Tom because Uncle Tom was black. Barack Obama's not black. Barack Obama, Marie Antoinette, let them eat yellow cake? Yes. Marie Antoinette never said that, but Barry sure did. Marie Antoinette took the fall. She didn't do anything. She did not do anything. They're trying to save the fucking oligarchs because the field was flipping. The field was flipping. Because everybody fucking got sick of them going along with this, and they was flipping in a radical way. The hungry Australian empire that held for so long, they had to team up with the French. It was fucking flipping. A bunch of radical, really radical activists were flipping the fucking field. One of them living in the sewer. These fuckers were so fucking radical. So it's flipping. So they fucking, that little 14-year-old girl, let's bring her to this, who was obviously homosexual. He was gay. The son. They used to put them in a bed and they would watch them conceive so they knew that the line carried on. This is how sick these were. So they got her in the bed. They're feeding him everything they can, every aphrodisiac they could ever fucking come up with. And there's that little girl, the fucking Marianne, Editrice's little girl from Vienna, born and raised in Vienna. You don't know anything about sexuality in fucking Austria, I guess. You know, she's a little girl. Too young to be... them sick fucking freaks. All to protect. Sacrificing their own daughter to protect their fucking hairspray, their wigs. Ed Smart. The new fucking wig hairspray. You can't get a hard on. You can't do it. She never said, let them eat yellow cake. She was a pawn. They tried to sneak out. They caught him at the fucking border. She went to the fucking gallows with dignity. She never whimpered once. She didn't do anything wrong. Not one thing wrong. Did she take the fall? Oh, boy, did she take the fucking fall. Did Barry Antoinette, Barack Obama do something wrong? Everything wrong. I call him Barry Antoinette, but he's really the opposite of her. He has no honor. He has no dignity. Puppet, just like her? Yeah. You remember in the early days when he became president, his passionate, incredible speeches. You can't give a speech like that without meaning it. They got to him. He called Steve Jobs to the... I can prove it. He called Steve Jobs to the Situation Room. We weren't fooled. We weren't fooled when he got elected. He was the real deal. But what happened? They got to him, and I could prove it. Steve, what about bringing back the jobs to the United States, put terrorists? They left him. They're never coming back. We've seen what karma did to that fucking rat. That fucking thieving fucking exploitation rat. Let's see. Tim Cook, his protege. They still execute people in China for being gay, by the way, and he's gay. Slaves all over. You go along with it. So outrageous with popular culture, but it's happened before. But this time it's on nuclear. You know, he talks to all these people. Remember he put Elizabeth Warren as the new credit czar? Wouldn't have that. Who got to him? Who schooled him? Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton started talking to him. He says, play ball with these guys. They'll let you in the club. You'll fucking make hundreds of millions of dollars just like I did. Bill Clinton was a plant from the fucking beginning. Bill Clinton was never, you know, he ran to seize the next. Ross Perot said it about him. He says he's a fucking neo-far fucking hard-right globalist. He's fucking all in royals. Perot called it. That's exactly what he was. Everything he ever did. I won't sign NAFTA. He signs NAFTA. He's a globalist rat. When they got rid of Glass-Steagall, that wasn't Bush. That was him. When they got fucking handed the country over to Wall Street, that was him. Bush put it on Balco. You know, Bush fucking handed the fucking country to the fucking Pentagon. Absolutely, he did. You know, it's no fuck coincidence Jeb says put fucking Hamilton on, or Margaret Thatcher on the tent. I'll be protesting Hamilton's grave. Well, I protest there all the fucking... You believe the people I know in New York City. You don't believe... Oh, yeah, they won't tell you. They won't tell you. They won't have their camera. You know, I have a lot of connections in that city. You know, media, fuck all over. I have a lot. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed at the people I fucking know. They're not about to go on camera with me, but they'll come talk to me. We'll go to dinner together. We'll have a beer together. I think the coolest thing ever is our beautiful friend Chad, who's passed now. He was a great activist. Chad was a great activist in Ohio. He died on New Year's Eve. Had an aneurysm in his head. It really breaks my heart. He was one of the best. He was the best online. And I'll tell you what, he would be falling for this. This guy was the shit. He was awesome. You know, he's dead now. That's him on camera with me at the Shirtwaist Fire. You know, at the old NYU building. So I do my gig. I want to go walk in front of the physical graffiti building in honor of my friend Luann. I knew Luann really well. Her and I grew up on the same road out in the middle of the boonies. I'm fucking looking at it right now. I'm up on the hill looking out where we grew up. Yeah, Mick Jagger's girlfriend. I'm going to write a book about her. You know, I'm going to, you know, the fight that went on between Mick Jagger and her parents on the body, which I know all about that. My wife's fucking actually related into that family. She was adopted, that girl. She's fucking amazing. She's one of the most amazing artists I ever fucking knew. That young, incurable fucking genius. You want to talk grassroots? I mean, wow. What a story. So I wanted to do it because I know that Mick Jagger, I can't believe he won't fucking support me. You know, we went to him. I can't believe, you know, he loved her. So I hear. So we go in front of the physical graffiti building when he wrote Just Waiting on a Friend. That video shot Waiting on a Friend. That's in the physical graffiti building. So we go and I says, let's just go. So I'd been there a couple years ago tracking down Jackson Pollock's original star. Because, and this whole bullshit, again, they shut down, you throw abstract expressionism or abstract impressionism. You all gone along with expressionism, which, okay, it was. You know, but the de Kooning called it, a lot of those guys called it abstract impressionism, which I have. That's what I like to call it. So it's been exposed by a PhD, a really good fucking PhD as they was working on it, that Pollock's original studio was over there on 8th, right over there by NYU. Go find it in a snowstorm. So I'm over there finding it in winter 2010. I'm at NYU at Washington Square right there holding up my sign, Post Ignorance. That's where a lot of these guys got a lot of the fucking energy originally for Occupy. I'm with those guys. We're fucking teeing up. We're trying to start from the 100th anniversary of the Shirtwaist Fire. March 25th, 2011. But something happened on the way to that place. 2 weeks earlier, Fukushima happened. Changed the world. I knew that. With the fucking Phil Forever. Biggest event in human. I knew that. I went crazy that fucking day. I was in the Energy Solutions protest. So we walk in front of there. There's a guy talking along. I don't know who he is. He's been right there. Don't say anything. He's got this chiseled face. I'm like, he participates in the video. He participates in all our activities all day. He's all right on the train with you, Kevin. You going back to Brooklyn? Yeah. Yeah, come on. I want to talk to you. Let's go have a beer. So we sit down. We start talking. My name's Eric Oppenheimer. I says, you're not Dennis's son, are you? Yeah. Oh, my God. Who was probably the greatest radical fucking activist of our fucking time. You know how great he was? That's the guy that fucking used to fucking build the churches upside down with a steeple in the ground. Do you know how fucking important his work is? One of the greatest conceptual artists. I'm like, oh, my God, you look just like him. Oh, my God. So I says, I'm going to ask you. I don't ask anybody this because I answer to no one. But I'm gonna listen to what your opinion is. My art, my videos. I know you can't speak for your father. This is a guy that lived with Damien Hirst. And the fraud. And he told art establishment just what I told him, to fuck off. This is a guy that was in the club. In the club as an artist, told him to fuck off and quit. He's a carpenter. Well, give me your opinion and don't hold back on me. I trust your opinion. And he put his fingers to his lips and he went, bravo. Perfect. And I said, really? Yes. I said, that's all I needed to hear. Because I consider your father a legend. Because he was not afraid. He got death threats like that. You know what kind of death threats that guy got. He feared no evil. It's kind of like Nora Epstein. I'm going to do a piece about Nora. She feared no evil. She got leukemia at the same time as I did. And I'm going to write a whole book about her. Yeah, she stood up against the establishment and made Silkwood. Nobody fucking did that. She stood up against these fucking monsters. Karen Silkwood was murdered by the nuclear industry. Jerry Spence, right here. The fucking Utah fucking Wyoming fucking great attorney, never lost. He took it on. He stood up against the fucking machine. He was the Atticus of our time. I'll write a whole book about Jerry. Fucking. They won. Nobody touched that movie. Meryl Streep, she won't stand up. She's a coward. But I can't blame her. The brilliant act. She should have won the Oscar for that. She didn't. Nora should have won all the Academy Awards. She didn't because the club. They're not. But she stood up to him. She stood up to him. She made Silkwood. I mean, think about this. Do you know what kind of death threat she was fucking under? Do you have any idea? She got fucking leukemia the exact same time I did. I dyed my hair fucking blue in honor of her the day she died. Out at the fucking lake, which I said, if my fucking hair ever grows back after having heavy, heavy chemo, inside, on location, doing the greatest PhD in hair, I will fucking dye it blue. When it grew back, I dyed it fucking blue. Nora died that fucking day of AML leukemia. They kill her? Fuck yeah, they killed her. But they're killing all of us. The dean here, he got stripped away his power. Dr. Cooley died of mad cow. They blackballed me. Not only did they blackball me to media here, the university, they stripped my degrees. Oh, can I get in? I got them. I'm going to fight back because the pen is mightier than the sword. And the new pen is called YouTube. You want to be in the club? Go ahead, because I've declared war. You're either with me or you're with me. And I was against Bush. Bush was right on that. And you were with him. I was against him. I'm still against them. Fuck popular opinion. You're either with me or you're against me. It's that fucking simple. And I fight with I'm not violent. The pen is mightier than the sword.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Woongate.